So we will be talking about how the British Navy recruited their men. There are three means. Firstly, we have the volunteers. Secondly, the impress service. And third, we have the quota acts. So men would join the Navy through volunteering and they would receive pay. They would receive 2 months' wages in advance. However, not all volunteers volunteer willingly. Some were coerced by the press gang and would be offered the chance to volunteer and so receive the bounty. They would then be entered on the ship's muster book as V instead of P for pressed. Now, talking about those who were pressed, we have the impress service. So, press gangs would roam around looking for men ages 18 to 15. They would be paid looking for those who to enter the Navy. The word press itself was a corruption in regular use at the end of the 18th century of the word pressed. It came from the Old French pressed, which was a loan or advance. A man paid the king's shilling to enlist, become an impressed or pressed man. So that is the definition for pressed man. So this way of recruitment can be seen as worse compared to volunteering because they are forced to join the Navy. However, this seemingly bad way of recruiting was popular at the time. The civil authorities on shore would often do everything in their power to disrupt the operations of the press gang. Many men were pressed into service, and reading their descriptions, we can see that once caught, they usually accepted their fate with equanimity, at least until they had a chance to escape. So, some of those who were pressed into joining once wanted to desert. However, after 18 months, they would use the desertion rates would usually go down since there was a punishment where they would be marked or for running away. Lastly, we have the quota man. So each county had to provide a quota of men depending on its population and number of seaports. However, not many were willing to volunteer for the Navy, so instead they resorted to reaching out for criminals and giving them the choice of going to jail and receive punishment, death penalty, some of them, or go join the Navy. However, there are some unfortunate effects through this way. It frequently brought typhus or gall fever, if that's how it's pronounced, to otherwise healthy ships. So those are the three ways that the British Navy, the Royal Navy, recruited their seamen. Thank you, that is all.